Good day, everyone. So I have to fix the pull cord on my snowblower. I put it up on some stands so we're a little bit higher up here so you can see everything. Plus I don't have to bend over as much, but yeah, my snowblower does have an electric starter, but what happens if there's no power? Because a lot of times when you have a big snowstorm, you're going to lose power and then you can't start your snowblower. So I'm going to replace this cord. You can pick these little, just the rope anyway. Pick them up at your favorite online or store. You should be able to get like 4 of them for, I don't know, under $20 anyway. So that's all we're going to need. And so let's take this thing off. And we'll get this done up the lickety-split. I'll speed this part up, don't worry. Oh, there's only three bolts, so here. All right, pop this off. There's the culprit. Now I wonder if this rope actually, you know what? So I just pulled all the rope out, and I don't know what happened with this one, but this rope is definitely still long enough, but if it breaks somewhere in the middle, which they usually do, I can't remember. This broke many years ago and I just have been lazy and I haven't fixed it. So actually, one thing to note, the snowblower cord is much bigger than the cord that I was going to replace it with. This one's more for, I guess, a little bit smaller CC engines. So something to consider when you're buying them on the internet. Maybe get a cord that's designed for, you know, a snowblower. It's probably going to be heavier duty. This is definitely heavier duty, although it did break. I'm not sure why it did. But we're going to cut this off. As I said, it looks in pretty good shape. And this cord stuff is pretty tough. Okay, so as I determined, actually this cord is still good. I just really need to tie a new knot in here. But it doesn't have enough spring load, because if I put the handle on right now, it's just going to hang out there. So what I'm going to do is basically, if your cord is totally messed up, now we're into the stage where I'm going to show you. So you've taken this off, and if you can get a hold of the end of the cord, what you're going to have to do, just start pulling it out. Use your thumb. Hold it. If the spring's loaded, you have to hold it with your thumb like this, like that. And then you can stick a screwdriver in here just to hold it in place. And then you can remove the old cord. I am going to reuse this cord. But I want to show you how to do this. So you take this whole cord off. Now, let's pretend, and in most cases, people end up where this thing is totally, the spring's totally unloaded, so it's really easy to move. So what you have to do before you put the cord on, wind it, keep winding, wind it till it's all tightened up. Again, using your thumb, hold it in place, and it just gets tighter and tighter. So keep turning until it gets kind of real tight, but don't overdo it. But hang on, it has a lot of spring load in there. And then what you need to do, so we basically have gone as far as we can, but the secret here, so you have to feed the rope in through this side. But you want to make sure it's lined up close to this point here, because on some you can't actually wrap the cord well, it's hard to explain. Just make sure that the hole where you have to put the cord in here is pretty close to lined up where it needs to exit out here. That's the important thing. And then once you have it all, the spring all loaded up, put a screwdriver in there, hold it in place so you can let go. On your new cord, it won't have any knots in it, but mine already has one knot in it, so there's the first knot. So, but don't put a knot here yet, because we need to feed this through here. And I foresee having to go and get my little pair of pliers. Okay, hang on. GoPro, stop recording. All right, I had to get my pliers. So we have the one knot in here, and then we have to feed this through. And if you had to cut the cord off, or if it's a new one, again, take a lighter. Otherwise, this won't feed through. It'll be too frayed and stuff. It won't go through that little tiny hole. Heat it up with a lighter. And be careful with your fingers, because it does get hot. It could start on fire. But just make an end. Okay. Find the little hole on the outside. Oh, and this is why I had to go and get got my little needle nose pliers here, because that makes it easier to feed that in. And here's the end. Feed it out through here. Okay, and so pull the rope all the way through till the knot is there. Just rest in there. We have all the cord out here. Same idea. Here's the handle. Feed it through. And just tie like a basic little knot on the end here. No big skills required. Just even like a single knot like that, it's gonna work fine. Okay, so there we go. And now, carefully, this is the whole trick now. Take your hand, hang on to the rope. Put your thumb here. Hold the wheel. Take out the screwdriver, and then keep tension on here. Let it feed in. I'm just hanging on to the rope and letting it feed in. And there we go. Let's get this back on and I'll show you if it works. GoPro, stop recording. Okay, and just, you know, if you're interested in how this works, actually, so this is the shaft here. You know, like the piston and stuff is attached back there, but there's little notches all the way around. And when you pull the hand cord, see these little fins come out here, and they lock into those notches in here, and that's how it engages. So when you do this, if there's something that's seriously wrong with this, those little fins won't pop out like that. So just a side note. And then let's get this back on. There's no big secret to putting this on. Just line it up in its original position there. And actually I could take this right now, pull, and I can feel it locked in there. So it's functioning properly. So let's just get the screws in, or I guess little bolts. And they did have washers on them, so make sure you don't lose those. These are so small, it's hard for me to reach in there. Sort of get it lined up, I guess, and oops, I'll just my socket just fell off of here. So just get them started by hand here. First one's in. Put the little washer on there. Make sure it's lined up. I always start everything by hand. That way you know you're not causing any damage. Not cross-threading or anything. Next one. And they should just, they actually turn all the way in until they're just about ready to be finalized. And I mean, there's nothing too precise about this. Just sort of tighten it and get it there and give it a good turn. Don't overdo it. Okay, and we're good to go. So all I'm going to do now, oh, maybe I can do this right on camera while I'm rolling here. Get this ratchet out of the way. Just move the camera back a bit here. Get my stands out of here. Yeah, okay, got the choke on. Ready to start. Let's give her a go. I don't know if you can see my full starts right here. So it should fire up. All right, a successful repair. Please like, subscribe, come back for more. Put a comment down below if you have any questions, ask. And yeah, have a great day, everyone.